Welcome one, welcome all, welcome to another exciting episode of Rousing the Unfallen. We're going to jump back in here. We have established ourselves fairly well, economically speaking. It is time to actually prosecute this war against the Cravers, which must be fighting on another front, because they haven't done too much other than send a few scouts our way. So we shall see. We've actually just recently increased our output of Hyperium. I think that came from up here. Yes, we gained a little bit of extra Hyperium from up here. We'll gain more adamantium here in 8 turns. Our antimatter's been going at the same rate, but for a long time. We did find more antimatter, but where? Maybe it was just back here. This must be the only one. I almost wonder if... I mean, the citizen science is providing quite a lot of output here. This is an extra 4 per pop. I wouldn't want to get rid of it, but if we do actually need more, we could go with Slag and Sludge Center. Alternatively, there are some of those, the special miners union. Plus 50% deposit value on strategic resource deposit. It would cost me 40 Hyperium to do it. So I wonder if I shouldn't do this on a place that has a lot of Hyperium, amongst others. This has Hyperium and Orichalcix. Although the Hyperium here is a lesser Hyperium than it is in other places. This Hyperium would be an extra 0.5. Is there any place that we have an abundant deposit of Hyperium? That's average as well. Oh, we're about to get more here, so maybe I don't need to spend it. This is also average. We don't have any abundant deposits of Hyperium, but we're in the process of colonizing this tundra, so that should help. Oh, explore binaries, sure. Ooh, and a moon base. There's all kinds of good stuff. 3 per strategic. That's also very valuable. Can we put that earlier into the list here? Okay. So we've got to build 3 science improvements for this next chapter quest of the Academy. It also wants me to terraform Ingress 4 into a temperate planet, which I don't want to do. Bilgelly plating. 13, 120, 10. I remember looking at this last time. Compare it to actual plating here, though. This is 1500, 600, and 75. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Health bonus of 13, projectile defense of 120. Well, this is a shield, that's why. It's unusual that... Huh. It's unusual that this antimatter is a shield and that we'd also get the ability to have an antimatter plating. But I just don't care about that particular quest right now. So we could have... Yeah, I think we want the Spoils of War Act available to us. Because We're about to embark upon a great crusade, towards which we've striven these many months. Alright, so 10 turns here, and 7 turns here. And then I guess we'll try to get this one and this one, because it will increase the influence output from this capital area. Let's see what we've got. A new luxury resource discovered. Is that true? Where is it? It's not here? You don't have any of them? Two times damage done to attacker during brown battle system. Wait a minute. How did we gain... Oh, as a faction? Cygnus. I see. I didn't realize... Oh, yeah. The owner is the faction. We also own this. Horatio has that, but we are also the owner of that. I mean, things aren't looking good for everybody else. We've got this massive alliance built up against them. One that I'll probably have to leave at some point, because I just don't think that it's going to work out as far as us all winning a victory together. So this is my main combat dude. Let's give him... Yeah. Alright, population's being gained. Is Ingress finally going to stick at a higher population? It looks like it's finally going to stick at a capped out pop. I don't need intensive cultivation here. Oops. Clicked off. So we've got an election coming up. We still have to build 3 science improvements, and we have not got the resources to build them. You can see we need a lot of adamantium. And right now we're a little short on dust. Could we sell stuff that we don't need? Like this. Yeah, we make some money there. Oh, this one's not worth much at all. I'm not going to sell that for chump change. Red Sang. Little bit. We do still have a bunch of Gedonics, but we might need that. What about these ones down here? Dark Glitter. Super Spuds. Or... can't even buy them. They're too expensive. These Endless Foundries, sea artifacts. That would be very good to have as part of an upgrade, but again, very expensive, and we're just not, we don't have an income of them. Gedonics is the only one that we're producing, and Hydromeal. They want a truce. Well, I don't know. We finally get into a position to really do some damage, and turns out they don't want to fight us.
Have not hardened our hearts.
I don't think we can really benefit from any of these things. Super Spuds? 300 Super Spuds is a demand. How do I know how much I can buy? Oh, well, yeah, it's not going to tell me. Either way, I'm not going to mess with that until I get to the next level. I feel like I can't be allowed to be at peace with the Cravers because, you know, they're our opposite. They're our direct enemy. Alright, so I think we've searched all the curiosities we can search, except it looks like Case has one. So we'll send our scouts over there. Ah, yes, we just learned how to get the last piece. Searcher of Wisdom. Be the first to unlock 60 technologies. Well, we'll try. We could make some money selling off Hyperium, you say? I kind of need it. Titanium, on the other hand, is worth considerably less, unfortunately. Yeah, we're going to throw our official support behind the scientists. Oops. We want to make sure that they are represented. Look how many systems we've got now. The scientists are our main faction. Look at that. I guess because the industrialists and the militarists did not have enough to win on their own, so they threw their lot behind the scientists. Even some of the militarists here threw their lot behind the ecologists. That seems a little backwards, but okay. Wow, we do have a lot of anomalies. The green fertility bill could increase our FIDs significantly. Let's do a quick check of how that's going to work. That's an abundant strategic deposit of 1.5, I think. No, it's an average deposit. Okay. Whoa, what is this? Cravers? How did they sneak past us? Stupid scouts. Can't just do that. Alright. New event, tete-a-tete. Well, we definitely don't need more happiness. We've got so much happiness. I mean, look at this. Look at this, 100% across the board. Oh, the photo bomber. This might be a little late for this to pop up, because that does not look like a great reward. You know we need more blue cap mold. And there's plenty on the market. Holy crap, we could make that part of our... Well, we can't have all of it, but we can have a bunch. It's going to increase the cost pretty precipitously, but you know what? I'm going to grab a bunch of blue cap mold now so that I can use it for our science option. Ionic crystal would also be good if we could get it eventually, but level 4 modernization is definitely going to include blue cap mold. That's right, we lost some laws, so let's look at the new options. Trusted broker is still possible and still part of our deal here, but you know, minus 3% felt inflation on Empire. I do want to keep that there then. Oh man, our war option's completely gone. Larger hosts bill. I think I do want this. 5 extra FIDs per anomaly? There's a lot of anomalies in our systems. There's a Guardian here I missed. Here's 2 anomalies, so this is a 10% increase to this system. Here's a 10% increase to this system, which might be more as soon as we research these. 10, 20, 30, 40, or sorry, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35% increase to this system. The Antares system is frickin' phenomenal. And then here's 15, possibly more. Here in Ingress. There's actually none here. Sing has no current anomalies. Those are just too expensive. Maybe if they were 128 I'd consider them, but just no. Currently not acceptable. Ooh, we just got a flat Quadrinix loot. Dust water? Oh ho! We found a resource deposit. It's about damn time. We found one other. And so that's going to be giving us what? It's a poor deposit, but it still provides +4 dust per pop on the planet. But what does it do? +3% dust per system level. So it could be at most 12%, and -15% upkeep on the system. That's very good. I think we're going to be looking at this and this as part of our modernization level 4. We still need more Hydromeal for our modernization level 2.
How are you these days?
Care for a little business?
A science agreement with our allies seems like a good plan. Right now we're getting science from Devoted System, Vessels of the Heart. What is Vessels of the Heart? Is that a, is that one of my heroes? Whoa, why is Nakos unhappy? Has some very unhappy planets, so we can actually help Nakos out a little bit here. With some infinite supermarkets. Eventually. Bring this up here. Bring it a little bit closer to the top. But yeah, the Vessels of the Heart, I'm guessing that has to be our special science hero, right? The one that's in charge of Sing? No, maybe not. Vessels of the Heart. It's none of these. Well, then I don't know what other Empire bonuses it might be. Things that we've unlocked through technology? Oh well. It is what it is. That we've got it. That's all that matters. So 8777. If we agree to this, it goes up by about 100 from a science agreement, and it will continue to go up. Wow, our trading company is getting a lot of experience.
Do not press us too far. And
Ah, our relation with the Vidyani has fallen back to Cold War after the truce ended. A natural wastelands. Yeah, let's do industrialist ideologies. We definitely need more of those limited resources. Adamantium seems very valuable for science production. Resurrection came to an end, so we lost a 20% boost from that. Dust water's a new resource, yes, okay. Sathras now has to decide what it's going to do with its situation here. Now this is a very highly productive area, so I don't think we want to change that. But it's also going to be... Oh, that's the one, per pop type. That's nice. Wow. We're actually quite full here already. So we definitely need to colonize some new things. We don't have any luxury deposits here, unfortunately. So how do we maximize things here? I mean, the dust being produced is not high. These planets are not dry, so that doesn't really apply either. We have one temperate planet, so that definitely doesn't apply. This doesn't really apply. Yeah, this is going to be a big sink on dust. This one. But it's also going to be very, very productive. So we'll have to make up for it elsewhere where the dust is good. This one always is going to be valuable, so that'll help. And what we really need to do, we've got orichalcus and quadrinix within our areas. We should start mining them. So I'm going to go ahead and try to find those and add them to the list here. We need to get up to the final tier on the right side. 100% deposit value on strategic resource deposit. That seems pretty valuable. Extended mines. 20 production per planet. That can be turned into science, so that's good. A bonus to star system trade value. And a reduction in upkeep costs. Plus 2 subsidiaries. That's actually pretty valuable. Careful sweeping would also be valuable. Interspecies cooperative. 20% per friendly major faction. Hold the phone. That's the one right there. That's a massive dust up increase. Because that's not even... It only costs 32, but it's going to be a massive boost. It does cost some antimatter, but I'm still going to build that on my planets that have lots of dust production. There, Vessels of the Heart. Just finished this turn. Ah, it's Empire Improvement. Permanent Vacation. Body Language Institute. And Cooperation Protocol. So, Vessels of the Heart doesn't appear here. Where does it appear? Where do all of my Empire bonuses show up? I don't remember. I thought they did appear somewhere, but I guess not. So where are we here? It says we're close to achieving a conquest victory. Bring a certain percentage. We control 26 out of the 90 required star systems. That we're not even kind of close here. I assume these lights are supposed to be showing how close we are to doing it, but I guess maybe that represents what place we're in for some reason. We need 10 Technologies of the Endless. What does the economy require? A total of 3,332,000, and our alliance has generated about half of that so far. Well, we might win a dust victory then. Alright, what are the new curiosities we've got here? A population. And a whole chunk of dust. Well, that's nice. I think that Sathras had a guardian for me to discover. It did. New trading company created. Excellent. Close to achieving victory? Are they really? Are they really close to achieving victory? Let's check them out. Conquest, you say. Conquest requires that you have 26 out of the 90. What is the situation with them? What do they require?
How are you these days?
Care for a little
A
business?
trade agreement with them as well. Well, that would be nice. So, does that imply that our Andromeda Corporation is going to suddenly start making a lot more dust? I guess we'll find out. No, because she's way over here. My trade agreement should really be with these guys over here.
Greetings, Cubed. Dude!
Greetings, Cubed Dude.
May you bask in the light of the virtuals.
Cordial relationship with the Vadiani. Didn't expect that.
Great.
So it still shows only one active trade route for this company, which suggests that maybe they don't have a lot of trade stuff going on. But now that we have a new trade HQ, I was thinking we could put it in Sing, and it would use Antares as the result as well. I think this is where we put the trade. Oh no, we put it in Sathras. Oh, good. We can do a level 3. Oh, this is only level 2. Jeez. I think Sathras is where we put the other trade company subsidiary. So Tsing would be another HQ, would also trace to Sathras. And I could put a subsidiary in Antares or in Centaurus as well. We've got those hacks going on into Craver territory. Ah, this is my super science governor. Well, give even more science to that system. We must learn. So this planet is really good for dust and science. I'm thinking I might terraform this system to be better at science. But if you terraform, do you lose the anomalies? I can't remember. Player might decide to delay or skip terraforming if the planet has unmitigated negative anomalies. Wide empires benefit from terraforming. Less from terraforming than those who seek high population systems because an expansive empire can still move population units. Blah, blah, blah. I think the anomalies are going to stay. Not 100% sure, but I think that they do. Hello, Robert Roberts. Welcome. Oh, there's a quest over here, huh? I don't remember that one. But we'll get the Guardian here, and then we'll send them over. Oh, that's tracing the photobomber's activity, isn't it? Yeah. That's why it's blinking at us. How is this Dorado, a 5-planet system, just chilling over here? It's even got Eden incense. Positive anomalies. Lots of them. Oh man. This is very good for science. We now have a new plan. As soon as we're done getting Airy and Braia, we're going to try to go north and get Dorado. I'm just confused as to how it's not been gobbled up by the Cravers yet. I guess we'll find out. Whoa, wait a minute. Nakos is very unhappy. Why is Nakos so unhappy? Ah, we've successfully hacked the Cravers. Let's put another sleeper in there, I guess. They're mutinous? Oh, damn. They really don't like living on these, crappy planets, huh? The shattered crust is hurting. You do have the ability to fix that. So let's put that up pretty high. And infinite supermarkets. Well, we should probably just buy that out right now. There are other ways to increase happiness, like this corporeal freedom one. That will significantly speed things up. Population gained everywhere across the board. Level 2 modernization in Antares is done, so now we should be able to get level 3 here. There we go. I'm putting it there just because it's a huge system. Alright, you want me to hack some more? I'll hack some more. Here. Same thing as last time. I don't know why the AI has no defensive programs. I'm putting my defensive programs on the front line. Now, where's their home system? I don't think I can see it yet. It might be down here. Either way, this is my new... my capital's where I'm building those new big ships. The new fleet. The advanced fleet. Produce 156 on the Empire. Well, that's real easy. We get an Empire Improvement Stellar Strike Craft? Oh, okay. That's talking about the ground battle system. Whoa, hey, whoa, hey, whoa. No thank you. It's okay, we're gonna get it before he does. That's a pretty valuable planet to me. I don't think you understand.
Horatio finds you even more offensive and annoying than usual.
Horatio seeks help. What does that mean? Why do you just... What? Sleeper purged? Oh. We built 3 science improvements and got the Academy of Finance and Investment, which is 2% on Empire per assimilated minor faction, which is like meh. So our production hero has improved. Well, I guess we'll give him a little bit of extra science as well, just for the hell of it. And this is our jumpstart hero, but also not terrible for combat, so maybe we should try to improve his capability as a fleet leader as well. +1 on module effect multiplier, huh? Yeah, I think we want this guy to be a backup as a ship captain, as an admiral. That's what I'm looking for. We only have 1 dedicated admiral. That guy is also... I think it's this guy, right? This is the one I was just looking at. Yeah. Currently on assignment at Sathras. He's good for jump-starting a new system. And he's also good for leading a fleet. So this is production guy. This is science guy. Quite expensive. Let's hold off on that until we get a little bit more money. Our income is now insane from those 20% bonuses and stuff. This one here just kicked it up a notch. Alright, area is concluded. So now we can colonize one of these. 2 food or 2 food and 9 production. Yeah, steps is the right one. Look at that weird bird! With a Kotamite volcano, it says. And even more Jadonics. There's... Dry, mild. Yeah, I guess we've just gotta bring that hero over and help this system grow. Sathras is probably fine now. It's, well on its way. 272 and 221, that's really good. This is just beginning. And this one, I think, is going to need quite a bit of extra food production. But where is all this food production coming from? Ecstatic, the colony base, optimal operations expert from Tree of Worlds. Oh, you know what else we need is... Let's get level 2 immediately, because level 3 gives us that food boost. But I don't think we have enough Hydra meal in order to do it. Really don't need pop-ups to tell me about that. So, here's the deal. We've run out of places to entwine with our vines. So I'm just going to leave these guys chilling where they are. Because as soon as these guys are done, which is going to be in 3 turns, I'm going to send them up here, or over here rather. And once they entwine this, then they can go here, then they can go to Dorado. We can go the long way round. Here's the other 2 small ships designed to merge with that fleet of small ships. The Sophons are coming over this way. Why are you coming over this way, Sophons? You get out of here. You get out of here. Oh, do I have another? I do. I forgot about this. I sent another fleet here to go ahead and get curiosities figured out. Ooh, benthic gems. Happiness per. Which is like not something I need. But more dust water is good. That's very valuable. Smoking gun part 2 is over. We've lost that thing. Gained some population. Built some stuff. So Nako should be good now. It's still only 68%, which is very disappointing. Colonial rights, +5 per system level, will at least get us another 10. And then if we could increase the system level further, it'll give us another 5. Permanent vacation, though, that's a biggin'. We've got all of these really, you know, useful things. This one works better because it is only 16 upkeep. But it does use up a lot of our adamantium. Meanwhile, this one is 25 and uses a lot less adamantium, but it has a much higher dust upkeep. So I think we want permanent vacation. The moon base will help pay for the Well-Being Institute, Well-Being Foundation. Ah, we've got a single moon there, and we've got multiple moons over there. But all of these are like huge negatives to happiness because of their gassy or lava nature. We have no specialization here. Can we buy any more of that Hydromill? Whoa, we've unlocked some new law slots. And we've only got the 1 senator. We need a scientist and ecologist senators. So we need to consider that when we go to buy new heroes. Let's take a look at this guy. The Umbral Choir has hacking stuff. Evasion on fleet seems pretty good. And because it's a seeker, we get all the same science bonuses we were getting before. Nah, I don't know. Seeker's not what I'm looking for. Here's an ecologist. counselor. An amoeba type. Hive mind. +1 to happiness. But what if we made this into... Ooh, siege damage on fleet. And damage on fleet. Reduction in cost. +2% fleet health per CP is pretty good. And he's a dust generating hero, plus happiness, plus deposit values if he's a senator. Ooh. That's real good. I want a counselor that's going to be a senator. I'm not sure I want this counselor. So it has to be, well, I guess that's my only option, really. If I want a counselor that's going to be a senator, it's going to be this guy. What would I do with him? I need to go down this tree in order to give him the senator bonus. So it's going to give some happiness. It's going to give some, also minus 35% hostile treaty cost. It's going to give some dust. So maybe Nakos would benefit from this guy because he's going to get some extra happiness. And what else would it benefit from? Well, that. Election action cost. Actually, no, this is not the right guy. We gotta wait. And this one doesn't feel right either. Because what are the senator bonuses for this guy? We've already got a seeker that's giving us this senate bonus. So no. We don't have the right options to do it. Ah, we've got O2G delivery gear now. Unlimited information highways is great. Now, we've also got to rebuild our trebuchet because what it needs is this. So we'll be able to deploy an extra 30 manpower. For each of these. So it's an extra 60. Or it could be an extra 120 and providing an extra 240. No, I think I'm going to keep it on the small hull. There's an argument to be made for putting it on the large support hull, but I think it's fine on the small one. Oh, I forgot, Nakos already has a governor. So we need to get the next tier for +10 happiness from this governor specifically. And it's an overseer. Who has no senator skills, apparently. Oh, a new empire development. Be the first to buy out 5 systems with influence using influence conversion. Well, that's unlikely. Oh, obelisks of all space-time. We can build them now? Plus 50% star system trade value, big improvements to everything, but damn do you need a lot of resources to build them. And I think we need a lot of them built. What did it say? We needed like 8 to win in a wonder victory? 8 required obelisks of all space-time. Ooh, really lowers terraforming cost if we do that one. 15 science and exploration technologies. Well, we've got a couple on the list here. But what did I just... Where did I just unlock? This here? Yes, Obelisk of all Space-Time is this one. Accelerated warp drives are available. Oh. I gotta go and upgrade all my ships then. Because that seems like it's better than spending the extra Hyperium for it. And we should probably upgrade our basic questioner here, because the probes provide 5 movement points. So we could just replace it like this. And then we don't need this. We don't need combat on these probe ships. What else could we put on the probe ships? These probes are actually very expensive. So is it worth putting anything else on here? Maybe just a regular movement thing? To make sure they're super fast. Ah, probe microfactory would be much more efficient than putting another probe on here because it costs way less. And for defense, we'll put the basic defense capabilities on it just so it survives if it does come into contact with an enemy. And maybe we put something on here. An advanced railgun so it does some damage. Well, that's 180 we don't need, actually. Let's get rid of that. Okay. So that's a good design there. We've done the well, I believe. Yes. Now it's time for the fire ship. I wonder if I should have this one. Because if I'm not going to put any more missiles on it, it should probably be the swarm missiles to help break through enemy flak defenses. Anyway, back over here. It only lowers it by 2, but that's a decent reduction. The light ship, same thing. The vine ship hasn't had any upgrades in a very long time. We should probably do that. Needle gets some basic upgrades. The short-range fire ship. Same thing. We're just upgrading the speed on it. Same with the catapult. Let's pay less Hyperium to build these now that we have the free one. Okay. We've also got Darinke University available. It's a once per empire thing. I think we should build this on our 5-planet system because it really benefits from high population numbers, and I believe that system was going to have the most potential for highest population. We've also got improves actions to influence elections. Ah, this is going to help our happiness across the board, and we can change government types if we wanted to. So these vine ships, I don't actually have a plan for them, except I need to get more CPs. So I need to get stuff in this tree. Flak damage. Extra manpower to defend against boarding ships. I never tried the boarding. I think I've tried the boarding thing like one time, and it was very underwhelming, so I never built it again. Adamantine enhancers. Those are pretty interesting. Impervious bunkers. Super defensive. Now, how about these different battle cards? Full reserves have an action point after battle but reduced power. Interesting. Turret interference missile. EMP weapons disable the targeted subsystem for a limited time. So you could put that on your ship and then fill it with other missiles. Advanced positron torpedoes. 96 seems kind of low, right? Oh, I guess this is 79, so I guess 96 is not bad. The swarm missiles are only 28. What do we have over here for cards? super short range, like just improves defense at long range used to close with enemy, or reduces damage across flotillas to minimize ship loss. En passant, have a movement point after battle, use it to be able to travel after the battle. Sonic Disruption Net. There's a lot of defensive buildings you can build. But again, I feel like once you're being blockaded and you've lost the naval battle, I don't know. It might be too late. Anti-cloaking probes. Oh, that's interesting. Increases flotilla shield capacity. I like that. Well, let's do the basics. Just get new weapons of all types. I don't think we're going to be able to afford most of these, but the main point is to unlock integrated theaters. That will allow us to put more Vine ships in a single hull, or in a single fleet, which will let us do this whole process faster. Alright, so this is not yet completed. One more turn. Oh. The remnants you once welcomed as refugees are now thriving members of your empire. They insist they wish to help your empire out of gratitude, but distrustful military technologists would prefer they keep away from such dangerous toys. Bonus increased cost of dust and strategic retrofit cost. Sure.
We've got a super duper proposal for you.
I do think it's a super duper proposal. Oh! The Empire's going to war with us again.
Stop toying with the Empire.
Okay, sir. So we got a Guardian, and we got Titanium Load. Let's see. One more turn still. I should have waited on the Guardian. I don't know if there's going to be a Guardian now when we actually go there. So I don't know what to do with these guys. I think they're just going to sleep. I'm going to merge them with the other Vine ship as soon as it's possible to do so, to make our fleet larger. Seems like this system is very slow to get going. We need this Tundra. This is going to get a lot more production a lot faster. I did kind of prioritize putting some defensive buildings into play here before I got too much further, which makes sense. It's right on the border with the Cravers. It's going to be their first target. Make sure you own the trade company producing the most dust in the galaxy. I don't know about that. 175 doesn't seem like a lot. It says it's only got one trade route. Can I build the... So Tsing had built the new HQ. Can I now build another subsidy over here? Subsidiary, sorry. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and pay to add that so that there's more routes for our trade companies. Make sure that... Oh, and we got the boost. Nice. Minor faction has been assimilated. So we've got unlimited information superhighways, which should probably be built someplace. Cultural flexibility lets us allow absorption of systems within our Vine network. So we can now finally colonize this system. A large savanna planet with some weird cat-like things watching as we land. Beautiful. All right. So I believe Aerie has our current booster. The problem is we only have the one, and we keep settling new systems very quickly. That's going to end right now, because that's the last new system that we're settling is Braia, which is going to need its own boost. So maybe we go ahead and do this to get drone networks done faster. We'll get an extra 15 production. That'll speed everything else up. And it's a mild dry planet, so wouldn't be bad to get atemporal finance on that eventually. But for now, we'll just go ahead and boost it with some cash. Centaurus is also a little bit problematic. Did I actually... Oh. Look at that. I built the trade company subsidiary over here, so we should now have... Yes. Each of these trade routes goes through all of those places. All the way to Centaurus. And all the way to Sathras. So that's good. They've got more places to go. And that's not going to happen. Oh. Those darn kids. Little eggheads seem to have a particular genius for goofing off. In less than 16 turns, build at least 3 science star system improvements or wonders in order to get culture jam centers, which are just a flat 50 extra science. That's quite good. Wapster instead of Napster. Yeah, it can only be built once per empire. Not going to need that. Cultural jam centers it is. So, let's see what science improvements we can build in our best science system, which I think is still going to be that Sing. Yeah, Sing is still our science center of the universe. Why can't I go there? Damn it. Alright, that having been said, unlimited information superhighways. That's pretty good. An extra 10% science. Can't say no to that, but it's very expensive. 10 and 10. This would be better, probably. And it requires 20 adamantium. This requires even more adamantium, but it's way better. So let's see if we can buy some adamantium. That's what we're low on. Ah, not without dust. Can we sell anything that we have extra of? We can sell titanium. Probably sell 100 off. In order to buy some adamantium. And we'll at least be able to get Dark Matter Institute. 25% per anomaly. There's only the one anomaly here, though. Damn, there's that one system with a gajillion anomalies. We gotta find that. Hang on. Case needs to learn about ruins. It also doesn't even have the basic graviton-shielded laboratories. We do have more spots for subsidiaries. I suppose it's not terrible. When we get another trade company, I was going to build it in Antares so that that can go that way. Combat man. Let's give him bonus damage on his personal ship. Okay, so this system needs more sludge. Per planet, per fertile, and per mild. That's really only going to be per planet. 10, 20, 30, 45, basically. AI labor is the big one. But it's going to take a lot of turns. There are strategic deposits in the area, but we don't have them yet, so... Plus 10 per planets, plus 2 per pop per anomalies. That's good, too. Let's give them that. There we go. Things that can increase star system trade value and increase the number of subsidiaries we can have. Okay. The capital has something to research? It does, and we got it on the list here, actually. I mean, for being the capital, this has a really kind of crappy output. The only reason we're building it here is because we had no place else to build it at the time. Anyway, we were looking for the system with the most anomalies. This one has 2... Not that many. Here we go. This is the one that builds that special center of whatever. There it is. Plus 25% science per anomaly. This is going to be my new science mecca here. No question. The only thing I'm concerned about is we don't have any significant... Oh, Jesus, and... A snow planet actually, for some reason, has a lot of production output. Must be the metallic water. We've actually maxed out the population here already. That's problematic. Ah, we must send the vine ships over here. And let's do a quick survey and make sure we're not missing any guardians anywhere in our systems. Here's a guardian. 2 guardians on Airy 2. Okay. Send those over there. So these ships I'm actually going to have escort our vine ships. Dorado still unconquered. More dust water. Okay. So we're getting closer to being able to do that level 4 modernization, which suggests to me, which I think we are actually starting, we have on the list, right? We have a couple of things on the list. Or maybe we don't. Yes, we do. In fact, we're researching it right now. That will unlock access to the final tier, this here, and also potentially Quadrinix and Orichalcix. And I'm going to add those to the front of our science list.
To see that we are not the only...
Horatio's plans for this galaxy do not include your meddling and rudeness.
Why are my allies all distressed? What's that about? This is our production guy. There we go. More production. All buildings going well. Now, here's our small fleet that has been upgraded for the most part, but let's see. It is short of being fully upgraded because we need a little bit more money. Hyperium and Adamantium Recent developments have led to the creation of a new trading company. Okay, I knew where I'm going to build that. Hostile trace detected. Uh-oh. It's still going to be finished in 4 turns. And it's not going to be able to trace all the way back here in time. So here, what do we have? This system has dry, craggy, and stable. So this is a dust system. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to have a lot of luxury deposits, but that will still benefit this. It's got a decent amount of... It's got strategic deposits, so this is actually valuable, and so is this, I think. Plus 10 per planet, and then fertile and mild. We have at least 3 milds. So that seems like a good place to go. Basic science output. Yeah. Improving that. We do technically have 2 population types here, so we could get 20 extra science from this. Dry and temper. This is actually a very good addition. So this should get us going here. This is craggy, so it's got a good production output. So maybe we put one of our dudes over here. Well, what are the soft ones? They're better unstable, but we don't have a stable planet yet.
Maybe the Empire is growing soft. Despite your actions, we have a proposal.
You are suffering from this war. Am I, though? There we go. We've got the last star system trade set up. So, here's what I want to do. I think I want it to be Jadonics again, just because I don't have enough of anything else. And I guess, let's just, one more quick check here. What do we have in income of? I know we have an income of dust water. We have an income of hydromeal, and we have an income of Jadonics. What I wanted was blue cap mold, because I can afford to buy that in decent numbers. It's one of the more common in the galaxy. Not that many. Well, I just made the price go way up, but I've now got enough blue cap mold that it's actually going to be possible. So we'll do blue cap mold for the science. And then we'll do dust water. And the only other option for things that I have an income on is hydromeal and Jadonics. And I think it's got to be Jadonics. Have another Jadonics boost. Ugh, blue cap mold is going to be very hard to come by. There's still 628 in the market, so it's quite available. Are there any places I can get it out in the wilderness? If I take over systems. No, over here we've got Transvine, but... where is blue cap mold found in this galaxy? Aha! My good friend Dimitri. What does he have? We did just sign a nice peace agreement.
The Empire welcomes all those who share its ideals. Do you?
We're not allowed to make any terms when we're on truce, I guess. But yeah, he seems to be the owner of the most blue cap mold out there. I'll have to try to make a deal with him. Careful sweeping will give us a lot more dust on our dustiest dust planet. Now goes 671. This is the planet I was going to turn into a new trade company HQ. And it's really just a level 4 modernization. If I'm going to do this somewhere, it probably should be here. Because the size and scope of that system is incredible. Alright, what turn are we on? 114. A little past 1/3 of the way through the game. I'm feeling pretty good about it now. Here we go. An overseer scientist might be good. What kind of bonuses could we have from a senator? Oh, damn it. There's no bonuses for being a senator here, huh? There it is. +5 health regeneration ratio on fleets. That's not bad. I just would have preferred his science to, you know, be better than that. Overseer technologist. Not going to be a senator, but what are the technologies? Definitely another science governor. I'm going to take him. Now, the system with all of the anomalies. It's not going to be this one. I think it's this one. Yeah. Not only does it have a lot of anomalies, it's also got 2 snow planets, which are pretty good for science. We can even terraform one of these. Metallic waters is bad for science? No. Probably. Also do citizen science unstable. We could make this snow into a more extreme planet, like an Arctic. That's an extra 2 science there. Because this leader is going to be a percent... Oh, strange fossils is nice too. This leader is going to be a percent bonus to science, so anything that can increase our base science, like terraforming, is going to be valuable. So he's here, and we're definitely going to give him both of these. He's going to be a governor, so potentially bonus to food here. What does that lead to? Percentage bonus on... Yeah, that's actually real good. Per freezing on system. So we don't have any freezing, but we'll definitely get it. We'll terraform it from an Arctic into a barren planet, or whatever the freezing is. Let me see, I'll pull that up somewhere. Ice. We'll probably terraform it into an ice planet. I don't know that I want to go all the way to a barren planet, but an ice planet's probably a good place to convert those, because that counts as freezing. The robot cultist being a good hero. I haven't seen him. Sathras. Very productive one. Burning. So geo-industrial plant seems correct for these guys. This is going to be... This is also a freezing planet, so we could do some science here as well. Is this also our most... Not most, but it is a slightly exposed planet. Oh, stable, fertile, and mild. That's not great. That's not great. Not worth the adamantium. Plus 10 science per pop type. How many pops do we have? If we have 3, it's worth it. We do. 1, 2, 3. I think it is worth it then. And they're not happy here. So they need infinite supermarkets. And maybe a well-being foundation. Actually, corporeal freedom is pretty damn good. So let's do that. That'll make them happy again. And then a % bonus on science? Hell yes, hell yes. Okay, that's got a lot of work to do. It's got plenty of production to do it in, though. Look, it's going to take 7 turns to build all that. That's very fast. We've got advanced beams and things. We're not too far away from speeding up our... In fact, let's go ahead and send these vine ships over here already. Now, how's our capital production coming? 5 more turns till we have our second major fleet. Our new prime fleet, you should say. Oh, that technology guy you're saying is... oh, I forgot I didn't assign him. You're saying this is the robot cultist you were referring to? What makes him a robot cultist? Because he's a technologist? Alright, well, he's in charge of my science... Oh, no, it wasn't Sathras, was it? Damn it, I wanted to put him on Antares. Crap. Alright, well, he's trapped here for a few turns, I think. I clicked in the wrong system. Oh, okay. The technologists are cultists in the lore, is that what you're saying? Let's embed more sleepers in with the... with these cravers. And I guess... these hacking things cost a lot of turns.
Of the church, your actions are those of faithless unbelievers.
Now I could also put offensive programs. I don't have enough bandwidth available. Oh, I have a hacking defensive program way back here? Get out of there. Give me some more bandwidth, please. Here's my science guy. Unfortunately, I don't think he has much left to offer in terms of science. We've built up everything he can possibly provide. But minus 20% dust cost on heroes seems pretty valuable. And he'll provide some happiness bonuses just for fun. Nakos is still just barely keeping it together here. So we're almost done with the Wellbeing Foundation. That'll kick it up a lot. But it's really the planets. They don't like being on these planets, and I don't blame them. Who wants to live on a lava planet? Nobody, that's who. Talking world. Ooh. Ah, it could get... I could do level 3 modernization on any of these systems. I think I'm going to do it on my home planet, though. Home system. I finally had enough Hydromeal. I gotta wait for another 40 to get the next level up there. Let's check on the current status of Blue Cap Mold. It's 176 right now. Let's wait until it comes down a little bit. Somebody's got to sell it. Eventually. Where is this taking place? This is my outermost defensive perimeter here. And they're ecstatic, but that's not good enough. Let's make them even happier. And to pay for this, we should probably put some pulvis production here. We do have this benthic gems we can sell. That's probably a good idea. Plus 75 defensive capacity. We've built all the defensive buildings we can build here. Oh, I have to build these. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, let's find dust. What's our best dust producing system? Case, really? Case is our best dust producer. I'm kind of surprised by that. Because there's no dry planets here. Why is it producing so much dust? Smart tax collection. Moonbase Alpha. 292 from planet. There should definitely be systems that are better production of dust out there. This is definitely going to be it, right? It's going to cost 20 antimatter, so I've got to pick the right place. This simply hasn't grown enough, nor specialized enough to become the dust producer, but it will. It absolutely will. It's only 57 per planet. But Case is supposed to be 292. It's getting none here, very little here. So how is it getting so much from planet? This is 5. Well, it's got some luxury resources that are helping it. I put atemporal finance on here just for the hell of it, but I think I want to change it to Edenization, to be honest. And careful sweeping is one I have to build on area as well. Because we've got 2 good dry planets here. Where did it go? Did I already put it on the list? No. Well then, where the hell's careful sweeping? There it is. And this one should probably be geo-industrial plants. We'll even pay for that one to pop to the top, so that it speeds everything else up. So here, we brought these guys to get guardians, because they're free population points, so why not use them? They also boost up your happiness. Unfortunately, we don't have... We have 1 guardian here on Nakas, which is hurting us for sure. Alright, so let's check all the systems and see if we're missing one. Here's Centaurus 2. And we already have scouts here. Guardian. Guardian. There we go, some free pop that we were missing. Now, Brailla does have a guardian. It was there earlier. High gravity on this one, which we can't get rid of yet. I don't think we've got the technology to do that. Ah, that's right. We wanted to... Oh, microwave pipes. Those are nice. And finance commission. And 3D replication plants. Distributed energy. Damn, these things can be really good, but they cost a lot of strategic resources. That's why I want to start mining them right away. I was kind of thinking I should put... What's the special miners union here? But I have to have enough Hyperium to build this, but it will boost Hyperium and Adamantium production significantly. So, can we buy some Hyperium? How much does it cost? It's a little expensive. I could sell these off right now for 5,000 in order to buy a bunch of Hyperium. Jesus, it costs a lot. Strategics are expensive. So now we can build that miners union. On that system. Because those are the 2 resources that I'm lowest on. Now, it'll take 80 turns before that pays for itself when it comes to the Hyperium, but it's also improving my Adamantium income, so I think that's definitely worth it. Let's embed more sleepers. How many sleepers do we have on them? Not much. They keep getting rid of them, those bastards. These systems are fully depleted, of course, because screw these bastards and their bastard-colored
Do not press us too far.
There's another assimilation. Hey, we built 3 science centers. So now we've got the ability to build a single cultural jam center. I think that's what he means by unique. You can only have one of them. Alright, so the Miners' Union is next there. Good. What are these guys doing here? We're still looking to see if there's any guardians we haven't exploited, right? Any curiosities left to be explored. Oh, hang on, that was one. On Ingress, there's a signal tech, which we're actually studying in 6 turns, so we don't have to worry about that. Looks like we got all of them now. Quite the expansive empire. Okay. We'll go ahead and upgrade... I mean, the Lost Horatio... I'm just going to get rid of it, I think. I don't know if it's worth keeping. I can't upgrade it like I can with my Questioner. So let's just sell it. And we'll upgrade the Questioner, who now has access to a probe every turn. And what am I going to do with that? I'm going to send it up here, so that it can send probes into Craver territory and just see what it can find. I forgot to upgrade the Vine ships. That's really what I need to do. So I'm going to have them stop when they get here next turn and upgrade them to speed them up. Yeah, okay, we've got a hacking thing. Fine. I do want to put a sleeper here so that when I try to take Dorado, I have another avenue of attack. Hostile trace detected. We don't really care, do you? So these guys we can upgrade to pretty significantly increase their speed. We have a softened population collection bonus, huh? You know, I have the extra super spuds. Let's use them to try to promote soften growth because I do want more science. And this is our jump starter. Let's also increase the happiness. Oh boy, Nakos has just finished a ton of stuff. They're finally ecstatic again. It took a while, but we've got it. We made it happen. So now it's just a question of... Oh, Dorinke University. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna build this. It's gotta be my big 5-planet system. But, in the meantime, what's Nakos gonna be good for? We do... have 2 gas giants. I mean, if any system is going to benefit from whatever that... actually, it's way at top, right? We'd get plus 6 pop here. Oh, hey, lots of people talking in the chat. I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Yes, it did improve planet specializations a little bit. Hello, Chocobro Bro. I am, yeah, Jacoto, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get the collapsing star and the neutron star one at a time. I'm sending my Vine ships out there already. And to speed up that process, I'm also researching a bunch of military tech to unlock the final tier to get me more CPs. So I can make my fleets bigger, which allows me to entwine the systems faster. Anyway, I still got to figure out what I want to do with Nakos. This is ostensibly where I was going to be building my fleets from, and it's definitely, now that I've completed it, one of the two strongest production centers. Oddly enough, Sathras, without even trying, is also just as strong in production. I don't know how that happened. Oh, because they've got two very, very good production planets. So Sathras and Nakos are my two production centers. This one has pretty much every production bonus you can possibly find. Is there a percent bonus to science? There is. I ask that because we do have a freezing gas planet here, which is producing a crap ton of science. So a production, a percent bonus would be pretty good. And adding to that some of these other options would continue to benefit that. I don't want to spend the adamantium except on systems that really, really benefit from it, because I'm going to need it for more fleet stuff, I think. Now, speaking of all that, is 88% enough? I mean, this is maxed out in population. It's not going to get any more unhappy. Over-colonization penalty is going to go down as I research some more stuff, theoretically. Do I have those on the block yet? No. I can put them on there. Now, it's 17 turns away. Maybe a little less. We'll see. Chocobro, what do you do, man? What do you do for a living? He says that he always catches my stream after he gets off from his shift. We should look at our laws. Right now we're actually losing influence somehow. Ah. Here is our main production guy. And in order to get more production, we got to go through this, I guess. Plus 40 science. This system hasn't even finished colonizing its last burning, harsh, craggy ash planet. Blech, with psychoactive air and poor soil. I don't know if I want to colonize that. I might want to terraform it first. Well, colonize then terraform, I guess. So this is a dry planet, which means atemporal finance is a good one. Now, keep in mind, you see these bonuses, they don't all stack. You can't be harsh and dry and mild and dry. So the top one will stack, in this case, it's a mild, dry tundra planet. So +2 base and the +1 mild will mean it's a total of +3 per pop. It doesn't stack all of these. Like in the base game, the closer you are to the quote-unquote perfect planet for that specialization, the more of them stack. So I think in the base game it's like +1 per pop. Then it's like +1 per pop if you're mild. Then it's like +1 per pop if you're dry, and then another one if you're this. But they don't all stack because of the way that they're written here. We should probably also get citizen science going here. Now, there's another thing I thought I missed. Yeah. Oh, I didn't see that. This is another very good defensive building. I'm going to add that to the end. And I'm going to add this to the end. Why? Because I want to get... Well, no, I don't need that. Let's try not to overdo it on science we don't really need. Which means I need to get rid of one of these. That one we're already started on, huh? Kind of want all of them. I do want the extra defensive building. Just in case. Ah. Our newest buddy here that went to Sathras by accident. can we reassign him to the place we wanted to send him, which is in Terrace? Not for another 3 turns. He's still locked into Sathras. Alright, but what is Sathras going to build? Cultural Jam Centers. Flat plus 50 science, but a 16 dust upkeep. If we do have the percent bonus increase, that might be worthwhile. See, this gas planet, even though it's very good for science, isn't stable. So it doesn't benefit from this punctuated Evolution Foundation at all. But there are 3 gas planets here. You know what? If we were gonna build this deep atmosphere habitats, it's gonna be in the one system with 3. I'm sorry, only 2 gas planets. I thought the lava was a gas planet for a minute. So maybe not. 6 pop. It really would boost the science and production of the system. Let's do it. Oh, it does cost me Hyperium, though. Alright, we'll do it, though. $6.8 now. Alright, we finally got the vine ship over here. So we're going to go ahead and start the vining process. 16 turns here, probably 18 turns there. Dorado is going to take a long time, man. Trauma nurse. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's got to be a big problem. Where are you right now? Are you having a lot of problems with the COVID-19 issue in your facility? Here in Connecticut, we did a pretty damn good job of cracking down on the spread. It's kind of slowly coming back, though, which is very concerning. But I know there are some major outbreaks in the south of the United States. Damn it, Adamantian. That's a 10, though, and it's a 20% science increase. Alright, I guess we've got to. We'll do them both here. Big science boost. Ratio grabbed another minor civilization that they can turn into smoothies. Ah, and we're finally getting an income of Orichalcix. Orichalcix? I think it's Orichalcix. How's our capital? Capital finally finished building this fleet. A 13 CP fleet without a leader. But I think we had one in mind for this. This guy. He's for boosting new planets, but he's also for escorting fleets, you know? What is this? An anomaly? Oh no, pirates. You could not have picked a worse time to appear, pirates. Come on, buddy. We just finished christening the pride of our navy. Okay, target practice time. There we go. Got a little bit of experience for him. Now, what I should do while it's still here is I should get this hero upgraded, because it's got old-fashioned technology, I tell you what. So, one of the options is this shield interference beam. I know I've got some yeah. We could put that on here along with some other laser stuff. And then for defense, we'll go basic. Yeah, basic. Yeah, I think this is a better energy defense in the end. Now, 750, 120. But the extra fleet damage absorbed HP is pretty good. And what can we put on here? Well, we don't need 2 probes, that's for sure. In this fleet, well, we could get a energy boost for my hero here. He could also speed the fleet up, but it increases the chance to be targeted. I don't know that we want that. Lower chance to be targeted and increases his ship evasion. Maybe fleet anti-cloaking level so that we just don't get caught with our confusion. Actually, you know what? Having a probe as our engine seems like a good idea. Instead of using this, we'll use this, which, you know, it's going to cost a lot more to upgrade him, but it will also give us... Because probes in a military capacity are actually very valuable. You can see a system ahead and see if the enemy's bringing in reinforcements and stuff, so that's pretty good. So let's bring them to the front line and get ready to engage the enemy. Now, has the AI really not ever colonized these systems? What's going on with the Cravers? They just never researched the ability to colonize those things? Oh, yeah, Southern California's doing real bad, huh? I keep hearing about how bad things are in California, Texas, and Florida specifically, but it's like there's hotspots everywhere that are as bad, or in some cases, I think, worse than the first New York outbreak. God, man, I wish people would just be reasonable. Wear a damn mask if you go out. It's not too much to ask. It's like these people ostensibly, if you ask them, you know, would you, you know, you love your country, would you be willing to die for your country? And your countrymen would say, yeah, of course, country's the most important thing in the world. Okay, we're asking you to sacrifice a little bit of comfort and have this piece of cloth on your face. No, my freedom. Come on, man. Come on. It's the most absurd thing ever. They'd say, oh, it blocks oxygen and it doesn't work to stop coronavirus. Okay, it can block oxygen despite the fact that oxygen is like 14 times smaller than the coronavirus. It's 140. It's some ridiculous number. It's like an orders of magnitude smaller than the coronavirus. Somehow it's blocking oxygen from getting to your lungs, but it's not going to block the coronavirus. Oh, God. Drives me crazy. And I'm probably out of work until next year as a result of all this nonsense. I work in the hospitality industry. We're going to be the last ones to come back. Nobody's going to go to conventions. Nobody's going to go to trade shows. Nobody's going to ever travel for business meetings. They're going to do everything on Zoom until this is over. In fact, this may have permanently damaged the industry that I'm in, because so many people are going to be so used to doing things on Zoom now that even if there's a vaccine that's perfect and it fixes everything, they may never come back in the same numbers they used to. It's probably not going to super negatively affect me. I'm still probably going to have a job, but my friends who join the company later, they might not come back. Hell, the hotel that I worked at, I didn't work for the hotel. I worked for an AV company that is partnered with the hotel to provide, you know, microphones, screens, projectors, those kinds of things for meetings. The hotel laid off like 98% of its staff just like 2 weeks ago. They've all been out of work since March, right? But now they officially laid those people off. That's every single member of the sales staff, every manager except for the general manager and like one sales, like the main sales person. It's every single housekeeper, every single person from the security staff except for one. Every single member of the engineering staff except for one. It's insane. I knew a lot of those people. They're out of work now permanently until You know? I mean, what are you going to do? Can't get another job in the industry you have experience in because that entire industry is shut down. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. And it just makes me want to punch people that are making this problem worse. We can contain it. Look at what all these other countries did. Look what South Korea had outbreaks nearly as bad. Well, I don't want to say nearly as bad as New York, but on a level as bad as other outbreaks. They aggressively contact traced the shit out of those things, and everybody was responsible, stayed inside, wore masks, and they have almost no cases now. It's insane how easy it would be if people were just willing to sacrifice a little and listen to experts in the field. Anyway, rant over. Let's continue. I'm doing okay financially because Connecticut has a good unemployment system, and my company was paying for our health insurance, you know, our portion of the health insurance that we normally would get through them all the way through the end of July. They're finally unable to do that, so I'll have to go back to paying my normal, like, $130 or whatever dollars per paycheck for bi-weekly payment after July is over. Which will probably not be a big deal. It's better than going on Cobra, that's for sure. We're back to right thing rule, which is disappointing. I wanted the scientists to be back in power. Stellar Strike Craft, 20% air damage. That's right, we were getting that earlier. Oh, Bria. What can Bria do for us? Well, it can probably get the correct option. Specialized. We're definitely going to need sustainable farms in this area. We just do not have the food. In fact, these are such big planets, we might need to put the intensive cultivation here. This might be the place that we put it. Because we can only put this once. It should be on a system that has no real hope of feeding itself. And I think that's this one. Yep, it's absolutely this one. So we're going to need some Hyperium for that. Can we afford any? We have 20,000. Oh, God. Hyperium is in dire straits here. So the cost of Hyperium just went through the roof because I bought it all. And now we'll get intensive cultivation here. Oops, there was another system that was empty. The capital system. Cultural Jam Centers only cost a little bit of dust. I should probably do that. And then I think Planet Cracker. Just get more and more science. Because I don't have the resources to boost the capital. It's not a specialist system, really. I have science here, but I really should make it Edenization to benefit from the fact that this is a water planet. But it would only get me an extra 3 per pop. Let's stick with the dust, or the science, rather. So let's see, what new laws do we have available? So we've got Trusted Broker, that's still helping us with the inflation situation. Species Stability adds a lot of dust per pop. 2 experience per turn on ships, 25% experience gain on heroes, and 15% FID in hero on system? That's insanely good. I'll be picking that one, although right now our influence output is very low compared to how much it's costing us for these laws. Oh, and the trade and science agreements are the biggest offenders. Okay, so we should probably consider which systems are producing the most influence for us and how can we improve that. Sing is producing it, and I know that's partly because we have the water planet here, and if we could get more Hyperium, I'd build a Body Language Institute. But man, Hyperium, not easy to come by. In fact, this has got plenty of food. I can change this to a Slag and Sludge Center to increase our Hyperium input. I should consider that for any other place we're getting Hyperium as well. It feels like a waste sometimes, but this is a lush system that definitely is going to be able to feed itself between the forest and the swamp planet. So this is going to get a Slag and Sludge Center too. This is going to have no problem feeding itself, especially because we're going to get that other governor. This guy. One more turn before we can bring him over. And that governor will probably be able to add some extra food. So you want me to hack some more stuff, huh? Oh, they got rid of my base of operations there. That's going to take a while. I don't want to go directly there. It'll be too easy for them to backtrace it. So here's the other thing I wanted to do. Here, I've got these guys that have very fast move speed and these guys that don't. I'm reticent to untick this because I'm not sure if that resets progress on entwining. I think it doesn't, actually. I'm fairly certain it doesn't. There we go. Okay, I'm going to leave 2 behind. Queued up and merged here. And I'm going to send these 11 back to get improved to the fastest model so that when we're moving up to here, we'll have much faster move speed. We're back to a Cold War with them. This is my main fleet guy. Ooh, plus 10% damage is a pretty good bonus. Everybody's angry, Chocobo, bro, but it's also that people are in pain, is the way that I see it. And that's expressing itself through anger. And they don't even recognize, like, they think they know who the, like, they need an enemy, they need a target to be angry at, because it's kind of a pretentious, not a pretentious, but a presumptive view in a sense, but I think that there's a lot of people, the people that express their anger at immigrants and the other, whatever that is, immigrants, black people, Asian people, gay people, transgender, when they're angry at the other, there's a lot of different elements that comes into that bigotry, but I think a lot of it is flaws in their own life. Happy people don't spend their time keeping other people down. Happy people that are satisfied with their life, they generally don't go around lobbying to take away other people's rights or burning crosses on other people's yards. Like, these are expressions of dissatisfaction and pain. If you're happy and satisfied, you don't care about what other people are doing. It doesn't bother you because you're happy and satisfied. So these people are in some kind of pain, psychological, stress-related, whatever, and they don't know who to blame for it. They can't blame themselves. Pride is the only thing they've got. So, and I'm being very general here. This is not true of all people that fall into these bigoted categories. This is not true of all people who don't like to wear masks. It's a very, very generalization. But by that I mean it's true of more often than not. They're unhappy with their life for some reason. Maybe it's a personal, like it's a loveless marriage, or maybe it's they thought that they'd be in a better place in their life by this point. Their career isn't what they thought it would be. There's all kinds of reasons, and that winds up they don't know who to blame. They don't want to blame themselves, so it's a psychological defense mechanism. You can't blame yourself, so you got to blame somebody else. The real enemy is the ownership class that has been stealing wages from the middle class for decades now. You can look and see the productivity of the average worker went up at a decent pace throughout the mid-1900s, the 1950s, 1960s, 1970s, productivity kept going up because we kept coming up with better tools to accomplish various tasks. Computers started to become a bigger and more important thing. And right around the 1970s, something like 1971, you can look at the graph, and it's productivity continues to go up, and wages went up with productivity about the same, right up until 1971. And then wages flatten out and stagnate while productivity continues to skyrocket. So the average worker continues to produce more and more value because they can do more and more stuff. A single person with a computer can erase an entire team of people with abacuses and big giant paper spreadsheets, right? That one person can now generate much more value than the others can because they have better tools and we have better procedures. But they're not being compensated at a higher rate. The amount that the average person's getting paid went up by like 10 or 15% over the period of time over the last several decades, when the productivity of that same person went up 150% or something ridiculous. That's where your dissatisfaction with your job is going. That's why you're unhappy that you can't afford all the vacations that you want to take. And you get mad and jealous that other people are able to do these things and you're stuck in your job that's not paying enough that lets you do those things. Anyway, again, I'm getting way off topic. Let's get back into the game, because probably there's a lot of people that don't want to deal with this stuff. I know once in a while. Now, I don't think there's anything else that I can benefit to get this photobomber. Nowhere near me, it seems. I already got the one that was near me. I guess I could go to Callium. Do I have another scout that I can send to Callium? I know I had at least one other scout. Where did I disappear him to? Is this one it? Yeah, where is he? Oh, I sent him way over here for some damn reason. I'm not entirely sure why, but we'll send him over here to do the other piece of the photobomber. Apparently I'm the only one that did any of the quests for the photobomber. And you know what? It's weird when I hear myself saying these things, like it's clearly class warfare and, the power of the employee, the working class, has been diminishing for the past several decades as the power of the ownership and investment class has been massively increasing. Now, that's not true in every industry. That's not true everywhere. Like, if you're a computer programmer and you're very talented, Google and Facebook and Amazon are going to bid higher and higher to get you on their team. They're going to give you all kinds of benefits. You have all the negotiating power if you're a good programmer, right? A good software engineer. So in certain industries, you can have a lot of power as an employee. In many, many, many other industries, you don't have any power, especially in the minimum wage jobs. Especially now that employment is through the roof. You have no power. You want to get a day off and your boss says no? You don't have any power. Even if it's like, my mom died, I want to go to her funeral. Boss could just say no. And you don't have any power to protest that. If you quit your job when there's 10% unemployment, where are you going to find another job? You can't. That's a power imbalance that's a huge problem. Because unions have disappeared. And the ones that still exist have been demonized to such a degree that they don't have any power either. Teachers gave away their power to strike in so many places. My wife's a teacher. She's terrified of going back to school because she has gotten pneumonia in the past and her lungs aren't the best. She's in a higher risk category, and they just recently announced here in Connecticut that they're going to go for 100% everybody, all the kids back in school at the same time, as our district was trying to plan for a 50% in school, 50% remote learning to try to allow people to be further apart and not as congested in the schools. And it's like, her teachers union can't strike. It's illegal. They signed away that right a long time ago. And it's like, the right to strike, the ability to strike, is the thing that makes a union powerful. That's insane. Didn't actually choose a thing for him, did I? Oh, I've got two of them. All right, the Riftborn is my productivity guy. He's going to go there. But when anyways, coming back, when I say these things, when I think these things, I'm thinking, I kind of sound a little like the crazy people in the in the movies and the videos in the past, like saying things like, "Oh no, it's all the ownership class, man." I sound like the epitome of the crazy socialist. And I'm like, I don't think of myself as a socialist. I would prefer to have well-regulated capitalism, I think, or maybe even, as I've recently learned, you can have socialism with a free market. You can have free market socialism. It's a system that has never really been tried. When people say socialism's failed, what they mean is centrally planned socialism has failed. And we never really seen what happens when you've tried a free market attempt at socialism. So that's interesting. And I'm not an expert on this. I've just recently watched a few videos that have introduced me to that concept of the fact that socialism isn't an economic system. It's a distribution of the value produced from labor. But the economic distribution of goods is a separate system, and you can put them together in different ways. Right now, we have a free market capitalist system, where the capitalist system is how you deliver the value of the thing back to the people that made it, and the free market system is how you distribute the scarcity of resources. So that's an interesting concept that I need to look more into, I think. I'm going to see if I can find some books on the subject, comparing and contrasting, and going into the theory. Again, everything works differently on paper, but why am I here? I'm here because I want to figure out what to put in this system. Sathras, which is pretty well developed, and it's going to get more angry. So right now, how far is it over? It's barely over, I think. It's getting a lot of unhappiness from that. But we don't have to worry about it just yet. We can make it a level 3 system. Let's do it while we can. Then I gotta figure out what else to put here. It might be Planet Cracker time. Oh! I created 3 trade companies and got the Magnets Council. Can only be built once, but it gives huge bonuses to industry. Holy moly. I think this is where I want to build it. It's a nice centralized location. It costs 35 orichalcics, though. But I think it's still worth it. That's plus 40% to industry output here. And you know, dust upkeep for it, that's just the way it is. We are going to need some more hydromeal and some more Jadonics. We're actually low on both. Although Jadonics is coming pretty damn fast. And dust water, we have plenty of that for our level 4 modernization. It's really just the blue cap mold, so we got to see if we can't find any of that. Blue cap mold, let's see. There's plenty of it on the market now. Okay. So that's good. Now, systems that can be upgraded to level 4. We now know we need some hydromeal. Does anybody else have? There's some of that on the market, but not a lot. There's enough for one more level 3 system. Oh, but not enough Jadonics. We'll have to wait a couple of turns for that. A lot of assimilation going on.
In the light of the virtual.
So Centaurus over here. This is our one that's pretty close to the enemy, but Ash Planet. It's terrible. We do have a bunch of anomalies here, so that one would be pretty good. How many different types do we have? Yeah, we don't have any really types, so let's continue to focus on science in these places. Plus 2 per pop and plus 30 flat. That's going to be okay. I think this is a better option. We're going to save up our Oh my god, our titanium is actually running out. This is the first time we've run out of titanium in a long, long time, because that was the first thing we were building lots of. And we got a bunch from exploring as well. We're finally mining quadrinics now as well. Fantastic. Microwave pipes increases FIDS flat out. Alright. So this is 11 turns away. And how close are we to getting this? We've got 3 more. So 4 turns from now, we'll unlock an extra 1.5 CPs per hull type, and we have... How many hull types at this point? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hull types. So we'll have 9 extra CP, basically. Which means we'll go from 13 to 22, if I'm not mistaken. And here's an interesting suggestion. One of the things, and it wasn't this mod, I don't think, it was a different mod that rearranged the CP bonuses into the center tiers here. Because before, any technology that had the CP bonus was a you have to get that. Having a bigger fleet involved in the combat is so much better than having multiple small fleets. Because of the way the mechanics work. So you had to put those in the center. Now, I think they actually did do that in vanilla eventually. But what I used to see the argument for is the per hull type CP bonus should be the first one you unlock. Because that ensures a more gradual increase in CPs. So the first one you unlock, you're going to get maybe 3 to 5 extra CP, depending upon how many of these hull types you've unlocked. And then the next step up, you get an extra 3 to 5 more, and then you've unlocked another hull type, so you get an extra 1 there. And the way that it works now, this one gives you an extra big old jump at the end. Boom, an extra 10.5 or whatever. So you go 5 here, or 4 here, 5 here, and then 10.5 at the end. So getting to the next tier now becomes so important if you're at war. Because having a 13 CP fleet go up against a 22 CP fleet, that's insane. There's no way the 13 CP fleet wins against a 22 CP fleet. No way. Not even close. So this final one, this should be like +3 or 4. It shouldn't be +9 or 10. That's such a huge jump that it's an auto win for whoever's at this tier if somebody else is down at this tier. Which really railroads you into going full military, get as high as possible, as fast as possible if you can. So yeah, I think I brought this up to the mod author. They should be flopped around. This should be the per CP, and then this should be +5, and this should be +4. They should get smaller as you go up. The differences should be smaller to some degree. I don't know, maybe they should be more evened out, but either way. Flipping this down here allows you 2 different ways to increase your CP. One increasing your hulls, and one increasing your military tech. And the fact that this is over here, you're almost always going to have all of the hulls but one unlocked by the time you get up to the top here. So then why is it even doing a per hull type? That's so weird. Anyway, maybe it's because some factions have more hulls than others. I don't know. But that all having been said, it's 12:40, so we're going to call it a day here. Sorry for the economics and political discussion. We'll try to avoid that in the future, because I know a lot of people try to come on here to escape that stuff, and they might be just as despondent as me and trying to forget about it, as I am. So, have a good one, everybody, and we will see you tomorrow, 10:30 Eastern Time. Actually, no, I'm thinking about switching these to afternoons, because maybe more people can watch them, and I might feel better than doing them in the morning. If I can go running in the morning, might be better. All right, yeah, we'll do it tomorrow at 1 and see how that plays out if we do it at 1 for a while. Have a good one. Bye-bye.